Well, we were in the midst of a tight preseason game, and then we kind of lost a little focus in there, and all of a sudden penalties went crazy in the second half. It kind of marred the chance to win the game. Interesting that we had a shot. They gave us an op, and we took it, and gave us a chance to even be back in that game as it was. I was really happy with the fact the offense went down the field. I thought they looked strong and right and on point. Russell moving well. Got a couple runs, nice throws and catches and all that. So everything worked out fine there. Defense, a couple tackles getting started, but we had to go through this first game and figure out, the game speed and take a big step forward in the running and hitting part of this game. And so that has taken place. We looked to the young guys in this game. We played them a ton, and it was hard on them playing as much as they did, and we just got sloppy with it. But we saw so many good things and so much stuff from our guys. From looking at the rooks, look at Disley and Trey Flowers and Rushing Green and Jacob Martin. Those guys all gave us a chance to see him. Shaquem was all over the field making hits. So we got a ton of great stuff out of this game, and we'll go back to work and keep on putting it together and see if when they fumble the ball like 6-7 times that we can't come up with a couple of them. Well, that was too bad. The ball was all over the field for us tonight. We just didn't recover them. So I thought it was interesting in the first game. We're talking the whole time with the officials about the rules and about the hits and the helmets and shots and stuff like that, and trying to make some sense of it. And there's a couple learning opportunities on this film in this game for everybody. They'll learn in New York. The officials will learn. The players and coaches will all learn as well. And I'm sure that I'm really anxious to see what's going on around the league and all the instances that we can draw from. But all in all, the game was played hard by both teams, and it didn't affect anything, I think, in terms of the outcome of the game. And so that's a real positive step forward in this it's kind of a new era for us in ball. So that was all right. What do you got?
How did you feel about the pass rush?
I was pretty happy about Rashimi. Got loose a couple times, and Mango was involved, and Jacob Martin. Those were guys that we really needed to see. They're all additions to our team, and they had looked like they could show a spark in the pass rush game, and I thought they definitely did. We got to see what the matchups looked like and who they were against and what happened and all that kind of stuff to really evaluate it. But Rashim has looked very good in practice, and he's looked like he's got a chance to be a rusher. So that was great stuff. Mingo as well, and Jacob as well. So that kind of showed how they've been practicing. That was real good.
You have an update to Marco Jones and Isaiah Battle. What happened to them?
Yeah, Isaiah sprained his knee. I don't know what the degree of it is, but it's not a severe knee sprain. Very fortunate there. And Jamarco's ankle, the X-rays were negative, which is a really good thing. So he's probably got a pretty legit ankle sprain.
How did you feel about the running game tonight?
Oh, we saw some sparks. I thought we got some spacing in there. We made a couple of mistakes and got hit in the backfield on stuff, but I thought Chris looked really good, and I thought Rashad had a chance, and Mike had a chance to do some stuff. When you're looking at 3 and then 4 running backs, it's hard to get them enough touches. But I thought they all showed, like we've been seeing. I think it's very promising. I was really happy to see Chris get out and do some stuff, and Rashad get out of trouble a couple times and made some things happen. And our guys caught the ball okay for the most part.
Encouraging to see Russell with a clean pocket most of that drive.
Yeah, Russ was real clean, and he moved when he needed to because he had time. So that's a good positive look. Guys caught the ball well, and we saw the things we were hoping to see in the limited chances. We were going to get them 6-8 plays or something like that. I think they got 9 plays or whatever with the first group. We wanted 1 series for the defense in this game this time out, and that was it.
How can this help Flowers to go against Luck for much of that first half?
Well, I can't wait to see the film. He was out there for the entire half playing football. And I thought he did well. He had the 1 penalty with great coverage. He was there. I think he grabbed him when he didn't even have to do it to make the play. But we'll be able to really teach from that. Stayed up on top on a deep ball. I think down in the end zone. I think pretty good first outing.
seemed like Shaquem was all over the place. What did you see from him?
Yeah, I agree. I think he was running and hitting just like he's been looking in practice, and very encouraged. You know, he's a wonderful kid. He's been really busting his tail to figure it out and how to play in our scheme and all that. And I can't tell you much until I see the film, other than he was very active, just like we would hope. And I mean, look at all the young guys. The young guys did really well. The draft picks were all involved with doing good stuff tonight, and they have been looking that way in practice as well. So it's not really a surprise. It's just really pleasing to see that it showed up game time. So that's very promising for us.
Rashad Penny, I mean, obviously running, and Russell's touchdown, it also looked like he had a good block on the guy.
Yeah, I can't. He had to block on that play. I didn't see his block. I'm sorry. I can't help you on that.
For the new kickoff rules and kind of how
Yeah, we watched it carefully, you know, and watched the officials too, you know, how they were calling it and all. And it was not a hard transition. Everybody lined up correctly. It's pretty clear cut. It's the start of the kickoff, you know, where they get off the 34-yard line with their foot back and all that stuff. It looked fine. I feel like there's going to be more spacing opportunities on the returns. You know, I think it's going to give us more chances. And I thought it was a little. It showed that a little bit. Usually in preseason, and there was a lot of touchbacks tonight, but usually in preseason, those kickoff teams are rolling and they're not going to crud out the returners, you know. And I didn't feel like that's what it was tonight, you know. And so I think it's going to give an advantage to the return team on first look. We'll see.
More drop kicks in the future?
Yeah, that's fun. We got one in already.
Did CJ take a hit in practice?
No, his groin just, check that. His hip flexor just kind of acted up right at the middle end of the last practice, and so we just kept him out of there. He ran in pregame and did okay, but he just wasn't quite ready to jump back out there.
What happened to T.J. Murchison?
He got a knee sprain. Okay, I don't know the specifics of it, but that's what it was. That's what they're testing him for. But it was not, it was not a really severe injury. Minor, I hope.
Did you have a team-wide discussion on what they were going to do with the anthem, and how did that settle, and what was?
Yeah, we did, and we chose to support every individual, and that's how we've gone about it, and we're going to continue to do that.
How did you get there to we'll let individuals do what they want to years past, where you wanted everyone to do the same thing as a show of unity?
We are doing the same thing in that we're supporting one another, is how we're looking at it. And there are some people that have their personal issues, and we recognize that.
The way the kicking kind of broke down today, I mean, it looked like everybody just kind of rotating. I mean, taking one.
We just alternated is what we did in this first game, just to make sure everybody had a fair shot. There just wasn't enough really opportunities to see what's going on yet. But the place kicks were good, and we hit the ball pretty deep too. So. If they all make everything, and then it's going to be really difficult to figure it out. But we're going to be rooting for that. A difficult decision, I'm not afraid of. We'll see what happens.
Everyone can see how high Dixon kicks it or how far, but how big of an asset is it the direction he's kicking it, pinning the returners?
Well, we'll see. I mean, he's done a lot of that in practice. That first kick he hit tonight. We've seen that in practice quite a bit. He puts the ball right on the sidelines. He's done that a number of times, and so it's really valuable. If he can place the ball that accurately, then he certainly got off that one. That was his first punt, wasn't it? Yeah.
Did you get enough of a sense from Tedrick Thompson of how he?
I got to look at the film, but he seemed like he was in great spots, and positioning was fine. So need to see his tackling and see what happened. I can't tell you too much about the specifics of it yet.
Pete, I'm sorry if you've already been asked this, but Shaquem was pretty active tonight.
Yeah, really fired up about it. This is what he looks like in practice. He's running around, and he's really fast. And by understanding the scheme, he's utilizing his opportunities to really be on the attack. He's a weapon in that regard, and so we got to see how accurate he was, if he was right, if he was guessing a little bit, or how he hit it. But we're really fired up that he was involved. I don't know, you guys got 9 or 10 tackles, or 8 or 9 or something like that for his first time out. That's pretty good. He played quite a bit now, because he played a lot of in the middle portion of this game, so we'll get some really good looks.
Were you surprised with how effective Rasheem was able to be today?
No, I'm not surprised, really, because he has been really active. He was raised well as a college kid in terms of his technique and his rush principles. He's come to us with a real good style. He's got real good hands. He's a fluid athlete. He's loose hips and all, and it's really an asset in pass rush. So what he has learned and the savvy that he brought with him showed up. It's in practice, and I was just fired up. It showed up in the game because you never know, So it was a good first ball game for him.
That first series looked like the running game got going a little bit. I mean, what did you see there?
I thought Shotty mixed it up just right, to get us down the field, and it worked out well. It was just, we didn't open up the playbook in this first game, but we had some things we wanted to do just to check some stuff out. I was hoping we'd get a drive, instead of going 3 and out or whatever could happen there, and so it worked out really perfectly. It was a perfect start for the offense.
Anything else?
All right.
Thank you.